Getting great results from ChatGPT isn't just about finding that one magic prompt. It's about giving the AI the right information in the right way. And today I'm going to be showing you the prompting techniques, workflows, and advanced strategies that consistently produce better responses. Along with a few prompt examples you can copy and customize right away. So let's jump in. All right, so we're going to head over to chatgpt.com. And if you've never been in here before, it's pretty straightforward. You have a window here that you can start typing in your prompts or what you're asking ChatGPT to do. They even have a feature where you can click on the microphone. If you connect your microphone, you can talk to it directly and have more of a conversation that way. And then over on the side, you have a couple of different options, which we'll get into a few of these here in just a moment. You can also pin certain chats that you have going or you reference pretty often. And then over here are just some of your recent prompts that you've went into. So you can always go back and jump into other conversations that you need to as you go. But we're going to start with some basics here. So the first tip that I have for you is to clearly describe your desired output. Instead of just asking a vague question, really guide ChatGPT to tell it exactly what you want to get out of it. So just for an example, one that I use pretty often, so I just put in here, write a YouTube script about how to best use ChatGPT. Once you enter that, you just hit that send prompt, and then it'll start generating your answers here. Now, what it's doing here is it's now going to ask me a few clarifying questions about this. So let's say I want it for complete beginner, learn ChatGPT basics, step-by-step tutorial. And so it's getting even more information in there. And so you can see it generated this complete script just from answering a few simple questions. So it's got the intro of how we start, each section that I want to include in there, and then it comes up with an outro or an ending to that. So with just a couple of quick queries in there, rather than going, how do I use ChatGPT? I had it write it based on, I want it to end up as a YouTube script. And tip number 2 is to give it plenty of context. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to continue this conversation on. So in this box, I'm going to give it some more context. So I'm going to, again, ask it exactly what I want, write a second draft of this script, and I want it to target keywords and search for ChatGPT basics, talk to the audience that is not familiar with my content, and encourage my viewers to subscribe. So I gave it a couple of more context points of how I want it to shape that script. And we'll send that. Tells you exactly what it's doing here. And then here you go. Now it has adjusted this script to target those keywords. We have those different sections in there again. And there you go. So you have, again, another complete script, but now it's taken in the new context to help it direct it even further. Now, the other tip, and that is to assign a role to ChatGPT. You can tell it to be your fitness coach or be a business manager or an accountant or whatever you want it to be, thinking like that, and help that sort of cater its responses. So again, building on this example here, so I'm going to say, great, now think like a YouTube SEO manager and give me the title and description that I should post with this. So now we're sort of shifting gears, taking that script and now getting some titles for it, other strong options here, a description that describes exactly what's in that script, even gives me a chapter breakdown. Obviously, I'll have to adjust some of those time codes, keywords. So it even went beyond that because it knows it's supposed to be thinking like a YouTube SEO manager. And so it's saying, well, here's all the information that you would want from that type of role. So that's a really helpful way. If you're stuck or you're having trouble getting it to kind of align with what you're thinking, assign a role for it, assign a job or a profession, or you're an expert in organic farming or whatever the case is, and it will think like that. So the next tip I have for you is to use iterations. One of the easiest ways to improve AI is the conversation that you have with it, the back and forth as you go, but you can include that all in the beginning. Have it do its heavy lifting up front. For example, have it write a draft, critique that draft, and then write another draft based on that feedback. So I'll give you an example. So again, we're just building on what we've already done. So I don't need to include all the past information. I just need to take it to the next step and go, now think like a blog writer and write an accompanying blog article for this. Then critique your own draft and rewrite it using your own feedback. All right, so we'll send that. And so it's telling you what it's going to do. And then you have this blog article here that it wrote, self-critiquing. So it's going to add some information of what it's looking to, what it's missing, what it wants to change, how it's looking at the article, and then the rewritten version improved. So then you have the version down here, and then it has the rewritten version of what it improves. So you include all those steps up front and let it walk through those to get sort of a head start in just not accepting the first thing that it pops out. And a bonus tip too, if you really want to get more out of AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, whatever you're using, we put together a free prompt pack. And we've spent, honestly, the last 3 years collecting our favorite prompts all in one place, some of which are included in this, but even a lot more. And includes over 30 tested prompts across research, strategy, copywriting, and business. And you just copy the prompt, swap in your details, and paste it. You're good to go. So you can get it right now. Just click the link in the description below, and it's all yours. One of the things that I think ChatGPT does really well is simplifying really difficult topics to speak directly to you. So one of the prompts that I use fairly often is, explain to me like I'm 5 years old. So you can take a very complicated topic and have it crunched down. So let's take an example here of explain quantum computing like I'm 5. And so it takes a very complicated topic and talks to me like I'm 5 years old. Imagine you have a magic coin. A normal coin can only be heads or tails. And see, so it's going to go through this whole idea right through there. And it's pretty short. It kind of doesn't take up too much time. And so you could really like, hey, I just want to understand marketing, or whatever. You can have it break down the topics that way. The other thing that I like to use ChatGPT for is sort of in decision making and kind of trying to look at something with a different perspective. So instead of just kind of approaching a topic from a basic level or straightforward approach to go, hey, I'm thinking about starting a new business. What do you think of this? You can sort of challenge ChatGPT to give you a sort of a different approach to it. So I'll give you a couple examples. So I'm going to put in here, I believe true passive income is impossible. What hidden assumptions am I making? What evidence contradicts this belief? Okay. So we'll click on that. So just using that prompt, now it's not just saying, hey, is there a passive income business idea that I should start? And it'll give you a response here. That's the hidden assumptions that are in there. Maintenance equals active work. You got those. And then the evidence that contradicts it. So you're asking it to sort of play devil's advocate against you. Now, another version would be something like, I'm planning to start a YouTube channel, or I'm planning to start a peanut butter business. I'm planning to start gardening, whatever you want it to be. Convince me why this is a terrible idea. Again, you're sort of asking it to play devil's advocate against you. So let's see what it comes up with for this. See, and here you go. So it's giving you're probably underestimating the opportunity cost. The odds are stacked against you. So it gives you all of kind of these breakdowns. So it's a nice way of just having sort of a different version of a sounding board to help you kind of make those decisions. Another really powerful use of ChatGPT is to build personal workflows. ChatGPT can generate a customized plan. Again, you give it enough information up front and then have it just do the work for you, rather than just using it as a research tool and then still having to implement those details. So for instance, again, kind of building on this thread that I have going, let's say, so I'll say now generate a customized content calendar for me to start the YouTube channel with. You could also have it create a meal plan for you, or a workout routine, or a study guide, whatever you want that you're trying to accomplish. But building on this YouTube kind of theme, we're going to have it generate a content calendar. And here you go, publishing schedule, one YouTube video every week for 12 weeks, has a breakdown there. Here's the first month, building trust, the videos, the topics, what you could do month 2, show your progress. See, you have all of these kind of structures that it's going to put together. It has the actual calendar, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it puts it all together for you. And literally just took a few seconds to get that plugged in. Now, the other tip is you can use ChatGPT to have a tree of thought prompting. Rather than just having it give you one response, you can have it give you several and even compare those. So I'll give you an example here. Generate 3 different topics for my first video, evaluate the strength and weakness of each, and choose the best solution and explain why. So I'm going to have it now, rather than just saying, hey, give me 3 different ideas for a video, I'm having it do all the work for me. So option 1, option 2, option 3, and then it's going to compare each of those, search potential, shareability. And so now its recommendation is sort of a hybrid of those. So it sort of did all the problem solving for me and going, hey, let's combine 2 of these topics and come up with something new. And it even went as far as like generating what that video is going to be about, the opening, main section, and closing. And it did all that just with the use of that prompt of just walking it through that tiered response. Give me 3, compare those, and come up with the best solution. My next tip is to use ChatGPT to find automation opportunities. One of the things that's really powerful is in this day and age, there's a lot of repetitive tasks that we do on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes we don't even realize that we're doing that. And so utilizing the power of ChatGPT to kind of point out what things can be automated and how it can help is really powerful. So let me show you what I mean here. So I'm going to have it act as a business automation consultant, ask me 10 questions about my daily workflow, identify my 5 biggest automation opportunities, and recommend tools to automate from there. And so now I'm sort of flipping the rules. I'm having ChatGPT ask me questions and then taking my responses to come up with this new automation technique. So that's a really strong way of like sort of putting the work on ChatGPT rather than just relying on what I could come up with. So if you start implementing some of these prompts that I've shared with you in this video, you're going to immediately kind of up your game in ChatGPT and get much stronger responses and get much more out of this amazing tool that is right at your fingertips. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you in the next one.